del quarto inning, un eliminato dopo la rimbalzante interna di Gilles Merlampe. 2-2 il conto su Garcia, che batte una palla molto lunga a sinistra, e anche questa va oltre la recinzione. Secondo fuoricampo per il Bologna, anche Garcia mette a segno un home run.
Sassata di Garcia lungo la linea sinistra, 2 fuoricampo su 2. Abbiamo detto delle capacità di Garcia in battuta da destra, e qui è veramente un colpo altisonante e una...
Hello, I'm Jonathan Nunez and welcome to CBO-TV. Our Sunday game of the week is the Italian Baseball League Championship, and I'm here with former Miami-Dade and Italian national team manager, Jim Mansilla. Jim, how did you first get involved with Italian baseball?
Incredible story. I was at the right place at the right time. I met the right guy, and Miami-Dade was in the finals in 1971 in Colorado, and the head coach from the University of Toledo asked me if I wanted to go to Toledo on a scholarship to finish my college degree. And then in the next breath, he asked me if I wanted to go to Italy and play, and I said, sure, being Italian, never been to Italy. And the next thing I know, I find myself on the way to Rome, and I ended up staying 15 years. Pretty amazing.
That does seem quite amazing, quite impressive. Now, you did bring, while you're the Italian national team's manager, you did bring the team to Cuba to train annually, and you did have the chance to meet Fidel Castro as you brought the Italians into Havana's 55 sold-out Estadio Latino Americano. Can you tell me a little bit more about that experience overall?
Well, I was coaching a team in Rimini, and we were quite successful. We won 3 league championships out of 4 years, and the 4th year we actually finished in the finals of the 7th game and lost. And I ended up coming back to the States, and that's when they started this program, Club Italia, which was looking for the best 18 to 22-year-old players Italy had to offer. And then each year for 5 years, starting in 1981, we went to Cuba for a month to play. Back then, they were considered the best amateur players in the world. And the ownership of Italian baseball thought there's no better place to go than Cuba. So we went to Cuba 5 years in a row for a month at a time. We played games there. We had practice in the morning, games in the afternoon, and then we went to classrooms at night. It was pretty extensive for 18 to 22-year-old kids. Didn't know much about the game, but it was an incredible experience. We didn't win a game until our third year going there, because we just weren't ready. And it culminated in 1983, our last year there, and we participated in the World Championships and in downtown Latinoamericano with about 50,000 people. And believe it or not, the first game of the World Championships was Italy against Cuba in downtown Havana. What an incredible experience. We had no shot, according to the people of Cuba. We really, that's probably why they scheduled the game, was that they knew they were going to win. But with 5 years of experience playing international baseball against the Cubans, we learned from the best, and we happened to play our best game that night, because Italy was winning 2-1 in the bottom of the 9th inning, which was just an incredible feat in itself. And believe it or not, I'll probably go to my grave making one of the worst baseball moves I ever made. I brought in the wrong relief pitcher to close the game out. And immediately, I think he threw about 6 pitches in the 9th, and they had a triple single, and the game was over 3-2. It's a scar that'll never go away.
Now, with our upcoming game of the week this Sunday, can you please set up the 2 teams that were involved, and a little bit about the 5,000 capacity Gianni Falchi Stadium?
I'm sorry, I can't hear that.
With our with this week's game of the week on CBO-TV, can you please set up the 2 teams involved, and a little bit about the 5,000 capacity Gianni Falchi Stadium?
I guess what you're going to be seeing is game 4 of Parma Bologna in Parma. And Parma both facilities have they're comparable to single A, double A stadiums over here. They get packed house every night. They were playing. We played back in the 80s in front of about 8,000 to 10,000 when we were in the final games. I'm not sure how many people were there, but I'm sure it was packed. It was in Parma. Parma was actually the center of the practices that we had, putting all this, the national teams together, because the facilities, in addition to having a stadium, a 3,000 seat stadium, they also had mini fields where you can get a lot of work done. Bologna was also one of the major teams throughout the years that I was there in Italy, and always were in the finals or semifinals because of their Italian talent. I think what separated most teams in Italy was you were allowed foreign players, but what made you special was your Italian players. If your Italian players were good, you had a real good chance to be in the semifinals or finals. And I know one of the things that our Italians were very good. I thought there were 2 or 3 of them that were draftable players. So that's one of the reasons Germany was in the semifinals a lot in the finals. They ended up putting a lot of effort into their junior teams, the Italians themselves. And before you know it, it was very competitive in the years I was there.
Well, thank you so much. That's really is fantastic. We do appreciate this exclusive interview you've given us today. And we do hope to see you sometime in the future as well for other future interviews. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. It would really be helpful to us, and we hope to see you guys next time. Thank you.